Hey, it's Aaron, and just a quick heads up, if you're new to basicinvoice.com.au, I'd strongly suggest you have a look at the introduction video first. Won't take you long, and you'll quickly discover how to create invoices, manage customers, and add items of inventory too. Let's get started. Sometimes, as you'd know, the way business operates means that we can't always be paid on the spot for the work we do. For a job to really be finished, 3 vital things need to happen. First, we've got the quote, showing our customer an itemised breakdown of what we'll bill them, with the cost of the material used and the labour we'll be charging. Then, the unpaid tax invoice where we ask for payment. And the invoice receipt follows next, once the full amount of money has been received. And you know what? Basicinvoice.com.au lets us do all of this really easily. The quote quickly transitions into a tax invoice, and then comes a paid receipt, taking away all the double handling. Everyone's a winner. By the end of this video, you'll know how to make a quote that we can also use as a job sheet, convert the quote to an unpaid tax invoice, and then mark the tax invoice as paid. Let's do this. You'll notice it's really similar to creating an invoice. From the main menu, we'll click Create Quote. For this example, we'll choose an existing customer. And if you're not sure how to add customers into your database, we go through it in the first video if you just want to backtrack for a bit. Let's imagine we're a plumbing business. We're going with Lou Magoo. His toilet became blocked with packets of chewing gum. Don't worry, it's a long story. He desperately needs some new pipes fitted. On the quote is the pipes and the labour. You'll notice we can see the quoted amount of money down here, and that will keep updating as we add more stuff in. We'll email and print this quote, then finalise. Up comes our quote. It clearly says at the top. Now the customer's going to have an emailed copy of this in their inbox, so they can open it from their own computer or even on their phone. And for us, we've got all the details we need for this to be a job sheet. We've got the address, email, and phone number. Again, create quote. We loaded in an existing customer, added in some items to the quote, kept that as quote only for now. Do not press that fancy red button yet. Email and print, and we finalise. As usual, keeping on top of quotes with basicinvoice.com.au allows us to be flexible and, of course, basic. And it doesn't stop there. There's some really handy features to discover. For example, and you'll love the way we can easily go back to our quotes later, I'll just hit Load Most Recent Quote. We can add in some notes. Chase up supplier. Range of basins in stock. He really wants to update his bathroom, and to update the quote, we'll just hit Finalise. We can do that from the invoice screen too, it's really handy. I hit Load Most Recent Quote, the Notes section down here, and Finalise, of course, at the bottom. Now I should also mention that Lou's brother's neighbour's dentist's footy coach is my son's best friend. So naturally we want to give him mates rates. Not a problem. We can apply percentage discounts on individual items here, or on the whole job here. And for mates rates this time, let's knock $50 off the price. We'll write discount here. Then all we need to do is put a minus and the amount 50. Actually, their footy team beat ours in a game last season. Still a bit of a sore point, to be honest. So let's make that a $10 discount instead. Yup, take that, Lou. If Lou paid a deposit for this job, we can also add that in the same way. So to recap, because basicinvoice.com.au is flexible, we've got 3 ways to apply discounts. It helps us to keep the books balanced while we're on the go. Dollar amount discounts can be added as items with the word discount, a simple minus here, and entering an amount. Deposits can be applied in the same way. Percentage discounts on items here, or on the whole quote here. No adding up to worry about because the total price of the quote always updates for us down here. You can also apply discounts easily on the invoice screen in the same way. And check this out, by clicking View Quote List, we can clearly see who's paid us for our work and who hasn't. Okay, let's say we've now completed Lou's Lou job. And while we were fitting the pipes to his toilet, we didn't have any adhesive to keep them in place. So we'll add some sticky tape onto the quote. Quality. That final amount payable on the quote, again, easily updates for us when we make changes. And because the job's now done but we haven't been paid yet, we're going to change this status from quote to services rendered but unpaid. And let's give him a month to cough up the money. Again, I clicked View Quote List, found Lou, and simply typed in the extra cost under the last item. Don't forget services rendered but unpaid, and payment due date. And then hitting Finalise, we're done. Let's skip forward a bit, and finally Lou's found it in his heart to pay us for the work that we did. Good on you, Lou. As well as viewing quote list, there's another way we can apply payment to Lou's quote. I'm going into the administration menu this time. At the moment, we've got someone that owes us money and it's overdue, so this comes up saying overdue. Otherwise, it says outstanding quotes. We'll click on this, and this easily shows us who owes money at any given time, and when the payments are overdue, they're highlighted in red, so they really stand out. Find our old mate Lou, and select. That's his quote there, and we're going to update. Now, we finally get to press that big red button that's been staring us in the face. Watch what happens when I press Convert to Paid Invoice. When you're absolutely certain you've got the money, confirm here. Otherwise, we'll end up paying tax on money that we haven't even been paid, and that's no fun for anyone. And if we don't complete this vital step, the sale won't be logged anyway. The quote now comes together with the invoice system, which saves us a lot of headaches. Because in lots of accounting software packages, we'd need to write the whole entry out again just so we have a copy of this as an invoice. BasicInvoice.com.au lets us do all of this with just one button. Select the method of payment. We'll say that Lou paid in cash. We can then choose to email, print it, or both. Then save and quit. All I did was click Administration menu, Outstanding Quotes, find our customer, then Convert to Paid Invoice. Once we're absolutely certain, click on the OK. Finalise, and then we've got our invoice. Add in your customer's method of payment, choose email and print for our customer's invoice, which, by the way, if you don't want to have to tick these boxes every time, you can change the default setting. We show you how to do that in the setup video. Save down here, and done. Just like that, we've successfully quoted the job, invoiced our customer, got paid, and issued receipts to our customer for their own records via email and print. Meanwhile, we saved heaps of time. We didn't need to do any manual scanning or emailing, logging of any records, rewriting of quotes as invoices, or even rewrite receipts. And another thing, while all that was happening, it was also logging the sale in our bookkeeping software so it can easily generate a sales report for the accountant when the time comes. Managing your purchases is another crucial part of keeping your business afloat. And once again, BasicInvoice.com.au is brilliant at doing just that. We go through it together in the next video.